going back to the Bulls, maybe Pippen or Jordan?
No, I don't think so. He's playing without being quite ready. He's trying to, get some of it in game situations rather than, having his ability to practice and do all the things that build up to that where he's going to be, in rhythm and shooting the ball right. So, we're taking a little bit of a shortcut.
He's not wearing a sleeve. Is that just is that a medical decision or is that a mental thing to not have that?
I don't know. I haven't discussed that with him.
Are you starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel as to what you want to see in camp now?
Well, we're making progress. So that's good. We had a game last night which we gave up 36 points in the fourth quarter, which tells you that, some inexperienced guys and conditioning. That's, the questions you have. Still winning the game and having a good third quarter was a positive aspect to the game. So, we'll see some more about it this weekend when we play some tough opponents.
But with so many games, preseason games in such a short period of time, how difficult is that on you and your team to get ready?
Well, we'll have to do a little more. I mean, the experienced players, I think, are getting to a position where they're starting to get comfortable with their conditioning. They may not be in rhythm quite yet in the way they want to be, and that's going to be the full activity of an NBA season. It's the players that we have that are filling in, new players that we have that are learning. Those are the players that have to come along. And so, having 6 games in 8 days or whatever it is, it's going to take a little bit for those players to figure that all out. It's not quite as easy in the game as if you stop a practice and go back and review.
There being a back-to-back, does that affect the way you use your rotation at all in terms of just trying to allocate lineups?
Powell played the most minutes anybody's played this preseason, 30 minutes last night. I'm going to stretch some of the starters to get up in that territory, over the weekend. So the second night, it'll be a little bit of a feel for them in back-to-back. But they'll be able to judge somewhat of what they have to do.
How have the new additions made this a more dynamic team?
Well, right now they're not. We had a situation out here today where we were playing. It's you got to get a stop and to get the ball back and play it. And the starters got 10 straight possessions, so they weren't able to pull together in an area of defense so that they could make a stop so they could even play offense. So that was very difficult for them today. But they were able to win that last game out there in a full court scrimmage, which gave them a little redemption at the end of the day. But they're still struggling, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for them right now to find a way to contribute.
As you look at the mosaic of the 82-game season, the additions of a guy like Blake, how do you envision these guys helping the Lakers keep the level of Lakers basketball so high?
Well, Steve specifically is a guy that we know has to give Derek the relief that a guy his age has to have in the course of a season. You can't play 36-minute games in Derek's age and not get worn out in the course of an 82-game season. So Steve's a guy that can change the pace of the game, and he can give Fish the kind of break that we have to have so he can hopefully go into playoffs in the best physical condition he's got to have. Matt Barnes is there to speed up our game and to get things going defensively to help us along. We're really pleased that he's going to have an opportunity to do that. We're yet to see those other positions start to flesh out. The rookies and Theo Ratliff and some of the other players. We have our contingent 9 players coming back from last year's team, and they know how to play together, so they'll fit in, I think, pretty well.
You talk about the learning curve the newcomers are having. Is there a particular window you give them as far as your expectation level when they should be able to grasp?
No, it takes a different amount of time for different players. It's pretty obvious.
Don't you went shoeless yesterday? Is that a new look for the season, or is that just a preseason look?
It's comfort zone.
How long is that zone going to last?
Till regular season, I hope. But no, it's one of those things.
It's a Vegas thing.
Yeah. Heat. The desert.